welcome to another week's video. Today I'm going to be sharing watercolors from Latvia, from from deepdeeplight, and watercolors from Italy, from Della Magna watercolor. But before I start, I would like first of all to thank everyone that has been following me here, has been commenting on my videos and using the links, sharing, subscribing, all of that. I really appreciate. I love reading your comments and sharing things that I'm passionate about and then other people also might find useful. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you like the content, I would ask you to please consider subscribing. It will really help the channel. It would help me to get my content viewed by more people. You know how it works with the algorithm. So if you can share, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon on the top. Everything that you can do will really help me and I appreciate it. So that being said, let's start. I'm very excited because I never tried any of these brands. It's the first time I get watercolors from them, and I'm always super excited to try new handmade watercolors. So the first one I have here is deepdeeplight. I got just a few colors from them. It's really nice. They come in this box with these messages, which is quite sweet. And I had just pre-opened the box, but I haven't unwrapped or done anything. So it's all new to me now. They sent quite a lot of dot samples, which is great because I don't know when you'll be watching this, but I have just watched a video from Natasha Newton's channel. I'm gonna leave a link here to her video where she is sharing a bunch of colors from deepdeeplight and swatching them, and I just it just made me feel like buying more. That's why I wanted desperately to try these so I can have an idea if they're for me and if I like them. So yeah, quite a few samples here, which is great. So I have two Mayan Red, dark Umbra, gold ochre, Cloudberry, cherry blossom, and bark. These are the samples they sent to me, and these are the colors that I got. It's quite cute also, the wrapping paper. Have some like birds and a dragonfly. Looks like something they made there, like stamped. So they come in this little tin. I think I got 3 colors if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4 colors actually. Yeah, that's and get a new message here in the box. Wake me up with a drop of water. It's really sweet, which is the case for most handmade watercolors. So I got, I think this is Daylily Orange. Yeah, it was underneath. So this is Daylily Orange. Then I got Deep Blue and Dragonfly, another blue, and this little baby here. This was the first one that started with the whole thing, because as soon as I saw this color on their website, I was obsessed with it. I knew I needed to get it. Even if I had to get only one color from them, that would be the one. This just caught my eye. It's called Masha's Green, and it's this very vibrant olive yellow green, and that's just my type of green. So when I saw that, I knew immediately I wanted to try them. So I'm very excited to try those. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try these first. I'm gonna swatch them and all of that, and then I'll come back to my other order from Della Magna. So let's see. By the way, if during this video you see any shadows coming across the screen. That's the birds flying over my skylight. Now, so let's start with the Daylily Orange. This was another color that I was very interested in as soon as I saw it. I love this type of muted oranges. I have shared in a previous video about my favorite watercolors from Sennelier. There's a very beautiful orange also there. I'm gonna leave a card for this video as well. I love this orange. It's very toned down, but at the same time it has a certain vibrancy to it. It's rich. It's a more earthy kind of orange, and I love to pair this type of oranges with teals, more on the greenish side, which I think Dragonfly is, but I don't think it's very dark. We'll see. Maybe I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Beautiful. Now for the first color that I got interested in from their range, Masha's Green. I'm so excited to try this. Wow, this is really very beautiful. I don't know about you, but I love bright greens, and this is stunning. It's really like, now it's the springtime here in Ireland, and I also have my plants which are full of new baby leaves, and this is the perfect color for springtime. It's just this new growth color that's so beautiful, and it has some very subtle granulation of a darker type of green that is just really beautiful. I'm so glad I got this color. It's, like I said, the first one I saw from their line that interested me, and I was right to get it. Now let's see, Dragonfly, which is this type of green blue or blue green. Let's add a little bit more water. It's a very beautiful type of blue-green. It has some texture to it. I can definitely see this being used for water. That's the first thing that comes to mind. And I think that I got a pretty nice color palette just here. I don't know if you also follow me on Instagram. I really love painting with vibrant colors, so that's my thing right here. Now the last one from the ones I ordered is deep blue. Which is also a beautiful type of turquoise, kind of. I'm such a fan of everything between green and blue. So like I mentioned before in other videos, these are the first colors I get when I'm buying new brands. This swatch got pretty big, but oh, sorry, it was a bit out of frame here. So yeah, it's very beautiful blue. You can do also nicely for mixes. I'm gonna try now the Mayan Red. It's a nice red, kind of more on the cooler side, I would say. Maybe good for mixes as well. Now I think I'm gonna go for the this is a gold ochre. I think this may have some sparkle on it, so I'm gonna leave it for last, maybe, so I don't contaminate the other colors. So now I'll go for Cloudberry. That is a nice yellow, and this is one of the colors that Natasha swatched and I was interested in because it looked really nice, vibrant. Yeah, it's a nice yellow. It's vibrant, but it's still kind of grounded, if I can say so. Now let's go for bark, which I'm curious about as well. Also, these swatches are getting bigger from the initial red that I did. This is a type of cool brown. Looks interesting. Let's see how it dries. Looks to have some texture. Now we have another brown that is called dark Umbra. And I forgot to mention, actually, even though I'm mentioning Natasha's video here, the first video I watched about these paints was actually from Kriksis, and I'm gonna link below also her video, Rather, I'm gonna link her channel below because she has multiple videos about these paints. She's also from Latvia, so I'm sure that these have a special place in her collection. And yeah, since I saw those videos, I was intrigued by these paints, and I'm glad I can try them now. This is a nice neutral medium brown. I don't see anything particular about it, but I know that they have other umbras in their collection. They had like natural umbra and light umbra, I think. And now I have a pastel color that is cherry blossom. This was also looked very nice. I almost ordered it, but then there were so many nice colors and I decided to focus on the transparent ones first. This is a very beautiful type of muted dusty pink, kind of a vintage pink. Sorry, I just noticed that I was a bit out of frame, so I reconfigured my settings over here. Now, so this is Cherry Blossom. It's a very nice pastel pink, kind of between a pink and a mauve. And the last one is that gold ochre. Let's see. So these were the colors that I got from Deepdeeplight. Let me just zoom out a little bit. I have to say I'm really loving all of those, and the texture in the blues, love it. The green is very special, and from the samples I think that I really like this dark Umbra. It has a very interesting texture going on here. So I may need to put in a second order for them, we'll see. And now let's open the other order that I got from Della Magna Watercolours. What I like about this particular brand of Handmade Watercolours is that he works with a lot of unusual pigments, or more like very specific mineral pigments that are not available as easily from other sellers, so I was very curious to try. Now let's open these. I didn't order many colors from him. I wanted to try a few first and see, but they were very reasonably priced. Isn't this cute? Yeah, so like I was saying, the watercolors from Della Magna were very reasonably priced. He sells them on Etsy, and he also has a website. I noticed that some of the colors were only available on Etsy. That's why I got my order through Etsy. But it's good to know that you have option of going both on Etsy or on his website. On the website I noticed that they were slightly cheaper, which makes total sense since he doesn't have to pay the Etsy fee. But it all depends on what type of colors you are after. So here I have the 4 colors that I ordered. I had even forgotten the type of colors I ordered, to be honest. It's funny enough, I have 2 kind of orangey colors and 2 browns. So I have Chlorite Genuine Castle Earth, Orange Ochre from Sardinia, and Genuine Red Opalite. And he gave me a extra pen, which I was really not expecting, because my order was so small. But yeah, brown ochre from Sardinia, and it looks very beautiful as well. So I'm really excited to try those, and I'm happy to be sharing with you about these paints, because I find that they were not, how can I say, I couldn't find a lot about these paints on here on YouTube. Maybe I have to do a second search now, but yeah, they were kind of a hidden treasure on Etsy, so I thought that it would be good to be sharing with you guys if you also like this type of mineral paints with specific pigments. So here are the deep light. I just swatched it for you, and now I'm going to swatch the Della Magna ones. So I unwrapped all of them, and as you may have seen here, they had the names in all the other pens. It's just the first one that I got, the chlorite one, that didn't have the name, so I wrote with a permanent marker, but all the other ones are named. So I'm gonna do the same I did for the previous colors, and I'm gonna do a little drop of water to wake them up. So let's start. First one is Chlorite Genuine. I'm kind of a pigment nerd, if I can call it this way. I love getting colors with new pigments that I had never tried or seen before. I treat them like my watercolor is almost like a collection of sorts, so every time I see a new pigment that I don't have, I'm like, I need to try this one. So I'm always on the hunt for new either pigments or colors. Because this one is a mineral one, there's no pigment associated with it, it's just basically chlorite, and I absolutely love it. I don't know if it comes across on camera already, but it's just doing this color change texture that I really love in watercolors, and it happens a lot with mineral watercolors, so I'm super happy about this one. Very unique. Now the next one is Castleworth, that I think will also have some interesting textures. Let's see. I don't know if it's the same, but this reminds me a bit of Van Dyke Brown. It's a nice cool brown. I'm still looking at this one, it's just mesmerizing to see all the color shifts and texture. I love it. Now we have the orange ochre from Sardinia. This is PBR7, and I think the Castleworth also has a pigment. No pigment associated, it's just NBR8. and the orange from Sardinia is PBR7. A lot of earthy tones in this order. Not surprisingly, because like I said, he has a lot of mineral paints. So it was I kind of navigate between super bright bold colors like these ones at the top and natural organic looking paints with mineral pigments. I love them both. So sometimes I'll go for one or for another, depends what catches my eye at the moment I'm browsing. This is really beautiful as well, and it has some texture and some darker speckles. Once everything is dry, I'm gonna name them and I'm gonna bring them up close so you can see it better. Now I'm gonna be swatching the genuine red opalite. It's a nice earth tone as well. As the name said, a bit more on the red side. Kind of a burnt sienna tone. And last but not least, I have the extra one that he gave me. It's called Brown Ochre from Sardinia, and this is also PBR7. Wow, that's very rich. It's almost like a Caput Mortuum type of color. It's very opaque. I'll need to dilute it a bit more because I didn't expect it to be so opaque, which is usually the case with some of the earth colors, like I mentioned, Caput Mortuum or other colors with PR101 can be very opaque. And I think where it shines, this color here, is when you get it a bit more diluted. I hope you'll be able to see there's some color, different colors. It's kind of a darker speckled granulated texture. It's really, really beautiful. So this was my order from Della Magna Watercolours. It's a beautiful shop full of very unique pigments. I'm now gonna let these dry. I'm gonna name them, and once I have done all of this, I'm gonna bring it up close so you can see. So I'm back. Here I have named all of the colors and the shops where I got them from. I have some bright sunlight coming through my window now, but I'll do my best to show you the colors. So I hope that you like this second part of my handmade watercolor purchases from for this month. I have more coming up, so keep tuned. And what else? So I wanted to mention also which are the ones that I really liked the most from this selection I have here. I would say, of course, Masha's green was love at first sight, and I really like Dragonfly and Deep Blue as well. What else? And from Della Magna, I absolutely love the Chlorite Genuine. As you can see, there's a lot of texture. I also love the orange and the brown ochre from Sardinia. They also have a nice texture to them. But honestly, I'm happy with all of the colors. They are really nice. I like the texture, I like the feel of it. They reactivate very easily and beautifully. So I couldn't recommend more getting paints for from either deepdeeplight or Della Magna, or both, like I did. If you want to try, they have individual pens, so you can always try a few and see if that's for you. So on that note, I hope that you liked the video, it was useful for you. If you did, please consider giving me that thumbs up, following me if you haven't done already, and I will see you soon for our next video with more beautiful colors. Bye!